Hey kiddos, good morning. Happy last day of March. Hope you and your families are well. I've got kind of complicated directions today. We're going to start our timeline project. I know a lot of you guys were asking when we were together in class, when we're going to finish it, when we're going to finish it. Well, what I decided to do is let's make this digital and we can do it online and share it with each other. So inside our classroom page, I created a topic that says timeline project. As always, do daily attendance. I have written directions here if you'd rather have it in print. And I created a slideshow for each and every one of us. So let me go in here and show you what it looks like. All right, here's our title slide. Obviously, you would select here, always put your name on the title slide. So this is Timeline Project by Mr. Evans, if I was going to do this myself. All right, give me a second while this loads. I fear my Wi-Fi is kind of weak right now. All right, the next two slides are the 19 events that we've studied thus far in class. Your challenge is to put them in order from first to last. So I created 19 blank slides. There's one slide for each of these events, if that makes sense. I'm going to do one for you together. And remember, BC is like a negative sign on a number line. CE, common era, is like a positive sign. So the very first thing is going to be the largest number with BCE. Every BCE is going to come before a CE. So I got a bunch of CEs here. Here's 8,000 BCE. That seems pretty long ago with the Neolithic Revolution. And we got pyramids at 2,600 BCE, but 8,000 BCE comes before 2,600 BCE. Let me just check on our next slide. I got CEs, CEs, CEs. All right. So it looks like 8,000 BCE is the first thing. Neolithic Revolution begins. So watch what I do. I'm going to go to my first blank slide. For the title, I'll put Neolithic Revolution begins. And then I'm going to put the date, 8,000 BCE. Okay? Then what we're going to do, we've got to color code this. And remember, we had different colors for each continent. Well, I remember that farming began in the Middle East and that the Middle East is in Asia. So I'm going to select everything here. And let me try to find the right thing. What we can do highlight color. And maybe I'll do yellow for Asia, right? So that signifies to me that everything that happened in Asia, we're going to highlight in yellow. Now, we're also going to add an image for each of these slides. I think the easiest way to do it, there's a couple ways to do it. If you look in the bottom corner of your Google Slides screen, it says Explore. If you do that, it basically creates like a search bar, a Google search bar in the right-hand side. All right. So if I put in Neolithic Revolution, and I'm just going to go to search images. Okay. So here's a map of where it occurred. Here's a picture of ancient Egyptians farming. Here's maybe a picture of a Neolithic village. So maybe I'll just pick the Egyptians. And if I just add plus, if I just click on the plus, it should, there it does. It shows up in my Google slide. Now it's all jacked up. So to resize it, you go to the corner, you hold down, make it smaller. I'm going to get rid of this box line here. If I click on the box and then hit delete or backspace, gets rid of the box, and I'll move my image to where it needs to be. Okay, sorry about that. There it is. Now what I need on the other side is a brief description. I kind of think 14-point font's too small. I'm going to go up to 18. All right, so I'll first define it. the Neolithic, revolution was the change from hunting and gathering, farming. Okay, that's a cool definition. And now what I'll do is like a long-term impact, like how this impacted the world. This event led to urbanization. We know cities were formed. Specialization. People started doing the jobs that they're good at. And a surplus of food. All right, and that would be my slide. You're gonna have to do that 18 more times for the events we have right here. Now, if I were you, as I got rid of one, I might highlight it. Oops. Highlight it and delete it. All right, get rid of it so that way you don't get kind of caught up looking through old events that you've already done before. For today, Tuesday, my hope is that you get done with 5 more slides, okay? First start with the BCs, and then you go to the CEs, and when you switch to CE, it goes from small number to big number, all right? So 1990 CE comes after 1450 CE, okay? I hope this helps. I know it's a little bit complicated. I have directions up there as well. Please watch the video, watch it several times if you need to. Remember, there's going to be 4 colors. You're going to need a color for Asia, a color for Africa, a color for Europe, and a color for the Americas. Just, I don't care what color each one is, just keep it consistent. So everything in Europe should be highlighted in the same color. Everything in the Americas should be highlighted in the same color. All right, kiddos, I hope that helps. As always, email me with questions that you might have or post a comment on Google Classroom and I'll get back to you guys just as quickly as I can. All right, take care.